Build your NBA team. Do you remember the Nail-Biter 2010 season finale? That was just wow. Something hard to forget. Don't you think the same?
Just 1.7 seconds remained in the game, and Rondo's attempt for a three-pointer was my last hope of seeing my favorite team win the cup. Unluckily, he missed the shot and dropped the last chance of lifting that mesmerizing trophy. With no offensive rebound by the Celtics, the Lakers were meant to win the finals.
Can you believe how devastating that was?
And at that moment, we only wished to build our own team with diverse players of our choice. Luckily, now you can enjoy the thrill of managing a team with your favorite players.
But how are you gonna do that? Don't worry.
This video will tell you everything you need to know about drafting an NBA Fantasy League team.
What is fantasy basketball?
But before going further, you must know what a fantasy league is and how it works. For starters, it's a virtual league based on real players' ratings.
You can select any player for your team. And with every NBA match during the season, the player's performance will be reflected on your fantasy team.
By the end of the season, if your team wins, you'll be entitled to rewards and recognition.
Sounds good, doesn't it? The prerequisites. There are some key points you must consider. First, try not to select more than 2 people from the same team.
No wonder LeBron James and Anthony Davis can take your team to new heights, but choosing more people just from the Lakers may directly influence your team.
So what's the right approach? You wonder.
Well, it's simple. As a manager, a lot is going on your plate.
The first pivotal point you should consider is your strategy. You must set some rules about scoring points and stopping your opponent from doing so.
Well, here's the thing, your points depend on rebounds grabbed, three-pointers, free throw percentage, etc. One thing that ensures points is keeping a player on your team with a good FG%, like Giannis Antetokounmpo. A good strategy for a fantasy league can be choosing a strong point guard pairing with a power forward or center. For example, pairing Damian Lillard with Joel Embiid or Luka Doncic with Anthony Davis can give your team the boost you're looking for.
Injury history is another factor that can cause damage to your team.
Ja Morant has recently suffered an injury that caused him a year of rest.
Imagine if he was on your team.
Painful!
Drafting strategies. When selecting a team, always remember to maintain team dynamics.
Players like LeBron James, Chris Paul, and Nikola Jokic are team players. The rule is easy, the more the ball is passed, the more the chance of getting scores on the board. That leads us to our drafting strategies that guarantee you bring a powerhouse to your team.
1. Stud-based drafting.
Number 1. Targeting elite players in the beginning. If you're a basketball enthusiast, you must know the importance of snatching LeBron and Curry from the rest.
Trust me, everyone is drooling over them. Don't miss the opportunity to pick them while you can.
This technique ensures some staggering players on your team.
2. Positional strategy. If you think that's the only thing that can help you, then we're just getting started. If you're a planning champ, this one is your fit.
Selecting from scarce positions. Early in the draft, you had better secure valuable assets before regretting them in the end.
How about snatching that one-of-a-gem point guard and ensuring victory in your name? 3. Punting technique. The next is punting. No, we are not kicking footballs here, silly me. We are talking about a tactful strategy.
Punting involves focusing on a specific skill set. As a manager, you might choose to punt free throw percentage, FT%, and to grab players who outshine in other areas like rebounds, blocks, and field goal percentage, FG%.
That's a bold move, but it all comes down to the plan in your head. 4. Balanced approach. A balanced approach might be the safest approach for many.
Picking talents from every category ensures you get skills throughout. Like a turbocharged point guard paired with a stratospheric small forward position can be a game changer.
5. Sleeper picks.
Figuring out the hidden masterpieces is the real challenge.
What do you say?
Sometimes, an undervalued player shows a powerhouse performance on the court. These sleeper picks often outperform their perceived value and send your fantasy league rivals into a tailspin.
6. Flexibility.
Lastly, always remember that you must be as flexible as a rubber band while drafting.
Why?
Sometimes, your intended player might get injured or snatched by someone else. In specific scenarios, you must have a backup plan to get the best team to be relied upon.
Another selection criteria is by position.
You should seek a player who can create scoring opportunities with finesse and precision.
Players like Chris Paul and Damian Lillard, aka the master of scoring, should never be left.
In the clip, you can clearly see how Paul steps back a little, dodging the player before him, dancing on the beats of victory, and aiming a perfectly timed shot. And when he aims for the three-pointer, his body is perfectly positioned with his arms stretched out.
Well, can't say about everyone, but he's definitely going on our fantasy team, right?
However, at a value of $40, Damian Lillard may be weak in defense. In the match against the Toronto Raptors, you can clearly see Lillard simply jogging down the court, unable to steal the ball from his opponent. Later in the game, he seemed like a helpless child trying to snatch his toy from some bully kid.
Well, Lillard, one thing is for sure, that's not how defense works.
On the other hand, Devin Booker, valued at $36, is a great shooting guard with exceptional techniques. Because of his tricks, he has become the youngest to score 70 in a game.
You can see in this clip how effortlessly he's throwing every ball in the bucket. Unbelievable, right?
However, he is prone to injuries, which may cause trouble in the league.
The ultimate fantasy team.
LeBron James, the undoubted GOAT valued at a staggering $33, is a name that resonates with every basketball fanatic worldwide. His massive build allows him to power through defenders and finish at the rim with authority. The strength in his legs gives him explosiveness and speed on the court. Since we all know the desperation of picking Stephen Curry, he will definitely be one of our players. With his exceptional dribbling and dodging strategies, Stephen Curry defends the ball on the court like a piece of cake. Also, a point guard must be good at shooting, and with a shooting percentage of 45% overall and 40.4% from 3 in 61 games this season, he's one name for the point guard position that gives me the assurity of proceeding to the finals.
Don't you think the same?
Speaking of shooting, with his foul drawing and creating scoring opportunities for the team, James Harden appears perfect for the shooting guard position. And his signature step-back move is just mind-blowing.
What do you think?
Someone with great rebounding skills, like the mighty LeBron, with an average of 7.5 rebounds, is a perfect fit for the small forward position.
A big man with exceptional guarding and rebound skills, Giannis Antetokounmpo claimed the power forward position in my team. Lastly, Nikola Jokic seized the center position because of his exceptional rebounding and quick thinking skills.
His being fast on the floor is a go-go for the center. You can clearly see his excellent reflexes and quick thinking when he takes the ball to the other side of the court. And his tall height is just wow. Now, armed with the complete knowledge of selecting your own dream team and different drafting strategies, you are ready to conquer the world of fantasy basketball.
And you know my team, too.
That's a little cheat code over here, isn't it?
Let's share in the comments which drafting strategy resonates with you the most. Are you a risk taker for the sleepers or a calculated one with a balanced approach?
Feel free to share your dream fantasy team in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for more NBA content.